Hey everyone, I'm Amanda, Strong Lotus Yogi. Today we'll be practicing a short flow that is great for spinal mobility, back flexibility, as well as improving our posture. Whether you have an office job or you stare down at your phone for a lot throughout the day, this is a great sequence for you. So go ahead and put on something comfortable. Find a nice seat on your mat, either cross-legged, lotus, half lotus, however you feel comfortable. Close your eyes, ground down, and let's begin.
Drawing attention to your breath, heavying the sit bones and growing tall up out of the crown. Inhaling the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, rolling them down away from the neck. Bringing them all the way up and then rolling them all the way back down. And reversing the inhale, rolling them up towards the ears and forward down. Rolling the shoulders one way and then rolling them the other, shaking them out. And now tilting the head to the right side, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. If it feels good, gently placing your palm on top of the head, still working the shoulders down away from the ears. Rolling the head around and bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. Once again, if it feels good, placing the palm to gently aid in bringing the ears down. Keeping your shoulders still away. Coming back to a neutral. Inhaling the arms up high. Exhale, bringing that left arm over to the right, finding that stretch in the left side body, gazing up under the left armpit and being cognizant. Inhaling back up to center, reaching over to the right side, gazing up under the right armpit, once again finding length in that side body. Not crunching. Coming back to center, inhaling the arms up high, and then exhale, forward fold down over the crossed legs. Still being cognizant of keeping your sit bones down on the mat and allowing head and neck to hang. Remembering to breathe here. Slowly walking the hands back toward you, bringing your torso back up to rise. And we're going to make our way to tabletop pose or all fours. Checking in that our wrists are stacked under our shoulders and our knees are stacked under our hips with a neutral spine. We're going to make our way through some cat-cows, dropping the belly and lifting the chest on the inhale and rounding the spine, pushing away from the mat on the exhale. Moving through this with your own breath and the pelvis guiding your movement. Tucking the pelvis under on the exhale and tilting the pelvis out on the inhale. Feeling the warming up of our spine. Coming back to neutral and inhaling the right leg back and long and bringing up our left arm. On the exhale, crunching knee to elbow, inhaling back up long, crunching knee to elbow, inhaling back up long, knee to elbow, inhale, exhale, inhale. And if it's in your practice, reaching back for that foot and kicking into the palm, finding a subtle back bend, opening the chest a little, not forcing anything, as this is the first one of the day. And then gently releasing that foot and coming back to tabletop pose. Neutral spine. And then inhaling our left leg back and long and bringing up the right arm. On the exhale, touching knee to elbow. Inhale, back long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, long. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And if it's in your practice, again, reaching back for that foot, gently kicking into the palm, finding that subtle back bend, opening of the chest, not forcing it, and then gently releasing and bringing the foot and the knee back, or the hand and the knee back down to tabletop pose. Now we're going to step our right toes back onto the mat and step our left toes back onto the mat, meeting in plank pose, firming up the whole body here, and then inhaling our hips back and high for downward facing dog. And if it feels good, pedaling out the feet or keeping a slight bend in the knees, still warming up our body here. Shifting back to plank pose, coming to chaturanga all the way down to the mat, flipping the feet under, and then inhaling up the chest. And if you can, hover your palms, reaching the elbows back, allowing just the back to lift the chest, and then exhaling back down. Raking the palms back, lifting the chest up through for upward facing dog, and then exhaling our hips back and high for downward facing dog. Like a string, lifting the hips to the ceiling, and then shifting the weight back to plank and taking a chaturanga all the way down to our mats. Flipping our feet back under, and taking our palms back behind us, we're going to interlace the fingers behind our backs. Inhale up the chest up, pushing out through those palms. Inhaling the chest up high, remembering to breathe, pushing through the palms, and exhale back down, releasing the bind of the palms. With our arms out long at our sides, we're going to flip the palms down onto the mat and take them underneath our bodies as if our pinkies are trying to touch. Taking the body long, the legs like one long tail, and inhaling up that tail using just the back strength. We're inhaling up the legs like they're one solid long cobra tail. Remembering to breathe here, working them, and then exhaling them down. Taking the arms out from underneath us and wiggling out the whole body here. Checking back in with your breath, back in with your body. And then taking the palms to each side of the breast, raking them back and lifting the chest forward and high for upward facing dog. Exhaling the hips back and high for downward facing dog. Feeling this good stretch in the back. Finding our breath again, and then shifting our weight back to plank pose. Taking a chaturanga all the way down to the mat. Flipping the feet. And then we're going to reach back, bending our feet towards our glutes. Reaching for the insides of our feet, not the outsides, grabbing the arches, feeling this stretch. And then on your next inhale, we're going to kick our feet into our palms, finding the lift in our chest and in our legs, coming to bow, coming onto the soft parts of our belly, kicking into the palms here. This is a strong pose. And then exhaling back down, releasing the feet. Wiggling it out, checking back in with the breath here, checking back in with the body, and then taking our palms out in front of us for a little king cobra, resting on the forearms, our chest is up, just a gentle stretch, and then shifting the weight back, Hips go to heels and taking a child's pose, whatever child's pose you feel comfortable in. So if you'd rather your arms be out long in front of you, go ahead and do so. This is your practice. Checking back in here, in this moment, feeling your breath as it fills your lungs and presses against the tops of your thighs. Feeling the surrender of the body as with each exhale it releases down a little further. And then inhaling the torso up, sitting on the tops of our feet. Once again, how we started. Taking that spine, pushing down, bring the chest up, just little stretches that might still feel needed. Remembering to grow tall out of your spine. I thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. Namaste.